Welcome to the Maitland Conservatory. We are a place where your dreams become your reality. We are a place where your passion intersects with the tools and the technology you need for success. Unlock your creativity with us. This is Maitland. This is your creative future. We dare you to dream, then we dare you to do it.
Support for Mic Check Huntsville comes from Artemis Music Productions. Artemis Music Productions caters to all your musical needs. Whether you're looking for an intimate solo performance or full band experiences, Artemis Music Productions' mission is to connect artists with events, ensuring a memorable atmosphere for every occasion. Elevate your event with music and Artemis Music Productions. More information at artemismusicproductions.com. Welcome everyone to Mic Check Huntsville. This is volume 2 of this episode, created by the brainchild and genius of Ingrid Marie. And we are here to have a conversation with local musicians, local music professionals at the listening room here at the Maitland Conservatory. Thanks to our sponsors like Artemis Music Productions, Tangle String Studios, the Tennessee Valley Live Music Review, and our sound engineer, who will remain nameless until they give us permission to name them, and Ear Vision Studios in Paradox East. We have some great ladies with us this afternoon. Ingrid, I will let you introduce our guests.
I have my friends AJ and Jayne, and can I introduce you that way?
Yeah.
Where I sent this to Tim, the Lady of Mystery, but we will get into that, or not at all get into that. Maybe just talk about food and butterflies. But I go with Jayne because that's the most recent thing that I've heard, and it makes so much sense. You've been through a lot of different hats and different vibes, and it's still all just you. And then AJ, Alexis Jackson, who has been with us. Both of these gals have really popped up on the scene in the last 2 to 3 years, starting very recently and exploding within a very short time.
Yeah, Alexis, who you may have heard or seen playing at Women in Music Week, Huntsville, or Porch Fest with local legends. And her first time recording on a featured song, and you can catch her anywhere, bringing fun energy, making friends wherever she goes, learning from others. But today we're going to be learning from her, and we'll learn about her growing up in Beauregard, Alabama. I have no idea what that is, and where she gets her sounds from, because she draws inspiration from every genre of music, and she loves playing music because it brings electricity to her soul. So we will definitely have a great conversation. And ladies, welcome to Mic Check.
Welcome.
I'm glad to be here. I'm excited. Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It was cool.
Outstanding. So let's get into it. Let's talk about songwriting. And Jayne, how would you describe yourself as an artist? Is it artist, musician, producer, songwriter? How would you run down
I'm trying
the roles?
to completely become a clean sweep at some point. But right now, I think my favorite hat to wear is the songwriter hat. I've been
Is that the hat you're wearing now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been a singer-songwriter since I was 13. I started out as a really quiet kid who just wrote poetry. But then I had some extreme events happen as a kid, and I felt like I needed some more of an outlet. So I started writing and pouring myself into songwriting, and I think it's been the best way for me to talk about all the little pieces that sometimes I'm scared to say out loud, or sometimes I'm afraid to express specific emotions like anger, sadness. And so I do it through music.
Oh, God, we're in it.
Yeah.
We are in it.
I mean, everybody can kind of relate to those
This
things.
is what we are talking about.
Yeah.
The pieces, yeah.
For sure. And Alexis, how would you describe your day-to-day role as an artist or a musician, and some of the things that you're doing as well?
Oh, a day-to-day role. I mean, honestly, day-to-day for me is wake up, go work the 9 to 5, and then when I get home, and people say they have their 9 to 5. My 5 to 9 is coming home and sitting down at like my piano. I play a couple instruments, or piano, keyboard. Really, don't have a piano in my house. That'd be awesome. Or apartment. It'd be awesome if I did. But
You heard that, internet.
yeah, so
Her keys.
but I just have like a just a Yamaha keyboard. I'll sit down and play on that, or I'll pick up my guitar and play that, or just kind of sit down and try to figure out what I want to learn, what kind of song do I want to add to my set list, or what I want to write that day, really.
And think of it this way: when we talk about 9 to 5s, your 9 to 5 is your investor.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's investing in your
Exactly.
music career, whether it's a lot or little. That's the person that's investing in your career. Jayne, let's talk about some of your production and songwriting and things that you also want to explore with other artists and kind of usher in the new talent and some of the local talent, some of your interests. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of my goals for the year is I'm working on revamping my studio space and making it more accessible for other people to use as a studio and not just me. I stream on Twitch and I love streaming on Twitch, but something that I've always had a passion for is the youth. And I love the idea of being able to give them kind of the tools to grow into becoming full-fledged musicians, professional musicians on the scene. And I think that a place that a lot of the times it's the hardest is how do they start? And so I think providing younger up-and-coming musicians with a space to kind of like record demos and be able to kind of just learn a little bit of the ropes, a little bit of the business side is something that is definitely needed. And a lot of the times the people that are just starting out, they only have a limited budget. I'm working with some younger artists right now and hopefully going to release some stuff. I'm learning how to produce. I'm learning how to
doing that. Is that in your home space?
Yeah,
that you're
it's
like,
my home
call me
studio.
up or video to in person? Or
and like I said, this is very beginner process. Like I am literally learning on actual real people and telling them, this is what I have to offer. This is, you can come to me for this if you want to pay. We have a lot of excellent studios here in town too. But if you just need a starting space and you want to kind of bring your songs to life to be able to send to venues or to be able to send off, then come here. Let's learn together. And let's be a community. And I think that's a good way of including like everything that I like in my life. And I love learning, so I'm learning the production. I love connecting with people, so there's that. And then, helping the youth because they're the future of the industry.
And how nice would it be? Like, there's probably somebody that gave you a tool.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yes,
Don't
exactly.
forget to add the Twitch class on there.
Yeah.
Because your Twitch game is
Thank
on
you.
point.
Thank you. I'm on a little hiatus right now, but I'm going to come back stronger than ever.
You can only do that when you're great. So, all right. So, Alexis, let's talk about your earliest music memory.
Oh gosh, earliest music memory. Do you want to hear like how I got into music or like my first performance? Which way we want to go with that?
Either way, whichever
Either way.
moves you
The
most.
sweetest one.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go with like my first time like actually getting to play in front of people and being like nervous. I was maybe like 15, 16 years old. Yeah, it was high school, and it was at this beauty pageant. We had this beauty pageant at my high school, and I remember being like in my music appreciation class, and the choir teacher was like, "Oh, there's a piano back here." And I was like, "Can I go play?" kind of thing, and she was like, "Yeah, sure." So I get back down. I go to the back. Wow, I'm stumbling over words. I go to the back of the classroom, sit down, and I just kind of start playing, and she was like, "Oh my God, you got to sing at this beauty pageant." And I was like, huh? Like, what? Like, what are we doing here? And fast forward to maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, I go and I play, Rihanna's Stay. And I go, I sit down, I play like twice that night. I think there's like a youth beauty pageant and then like an older beauty pageant. I don't remember fully. But I go, sit down and play. And for me, it was super nerve-wracking because there was so many people in there. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh man, I'm kind of scared. They had like a spotlight on me. I kind of sat down and played. And for me, that was a moment I was like, okay. I was like, all right. you might be not half bad at this thing. So that was something for me. It was really, really cool to get to do that. And like, it's something I'll never really forget. And I was really grateful to get to kind of do that. And it kind of propelled me to want to like keep doing it. And I did it like the following year after that. And kind of took a break from getting to really play out just because of like college and stuff. And, you know, gotta put the head in the books. So
your teacher's like, oh, you got chords. Okay, get out there.
yeah, no, literally, it was really cool. I was like nervous.
I want to hear you like play that right now, like right now.
It was so like nerve wracking because just like,
and there's people you know, like most of the people that you know, are here.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Yeah, like back home, honestly, people didn't really like. People knew I liked music, but like I didn't know I kind of really like liked music and like would love to, you know, do it. Like would have loved to have done it as like a career, still want to do it as a career kind of thing. But yeah.
And then here you are and you did that.
Yeah. It's like,
it's really cool that somebody like just gave you a little push and here you are. Because you have such a rich, warm, unique voice. And I think it would really be a tragedy if you didn't like perform.
It's not the sound you can walk away from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like because I'd taken piano lessons up until I did it from like 12 to 17, and that was like I would say like me peak piano. I had that classical background, kind of playing a lot of Tchaikovsky, Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, a lot of that stuff. So kind of putting the voice and then the piano playing with it together was like I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. And
that's my people.
Yeah. yeah. It's been really cool.
Okay, Jayne, you've went through some name changes.
I have. I feel like so when I first moved to Huntsville, it was around 2016. And a lot of people knew me back then as Sarah Jayne, which is a name that I don't go by anymore. Basically, in 2019, I started taking auditions for my band, and I didn't know what we were going to be called. I had pitched some names, and none of them really stuck. And then in 2020, I was, we were on a hiatus from practices, and I said, okay, so what do I want the goals of this band to be like? What do I want to be like as the front person for this band? And so my middle name was Jayne, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go with Jayne. Jayne is this alter ego of mine. Jayne is so cool. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Jayne, and everybody wants to be just in her presence, you know what I mean? So eventually I got to performing with the guys, and they made me feel so empowered. And I realized, what is the separation? Why am I not just Jayne through and through? And I didn't really particularly like the Sarah part of my name before. It didn't hold a lot of meaning for me. Like the family part of my name is Jayne. So I went through a huge journey of realizing, my identity is what I make it. It's not what other people tell me it is. And so I just eventually decided, this is who I am now. I'm Jayne. I'm Jayne of Jayne and the Huntsman. And I went to court and I legally changed my name to Jayne. So I'm Jayne, no middle name.
Jayne, no middle name.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, I feel like along this journey, I've gotten to meet so many cool people from different places in their identity as well. And so I definitely have a heart for people who, didn't continue with whatever they were stuck with as a kid. Yeah. So to all my folks out there, I love you. You're beautiful.
I want that on the short, Tim. People who didn't stick with what they were as a kid.
Come on, that's important because
that's some new forward movement for us.
For sure. To give yourself that reassurance and to trust your instincts and just say, you know what, it's my name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna control it. You're gonna call me what I want you to call
absolutely,
me.
Absolutely. I feel like people should realize that they have that power within them. You know?
Absolutely. It's your name. Do something with it. And now you guys can be in the next, I don't know, John Wick film, because that sounds like a.
I love that.
Huntsman.
John Wick is a good movie.
That's a, I don't know, a Disney destination. Like it's a roller coaster. It's like, I want to ride on the Jayne and the Huntsman. Like, it's an experience.
Oh, but that is what a lot of people are like. Is it like Snow White and the Huntsman? And I'm like, no, y'all, we're from Huntsville.
Yeah. This is a little more, outlaw.
Yeah.
I like that for sure. All right, that's awesome. Alexis, when you're on stage, do you have any fear or? And I want both of y'all to answer this.
Okay.
Of just, do you have any fear or anxiety, and then how do you get through that?
Oh, that's a really good question, and I like that question a lot, actually. People have asked me that before, like, do I get scared? Absolutely, because you never know, like, the place or the venue or the vibe of the people, and like Jayne was saying, I love people. I love meeting people, talking to people, connecting with people, and like definitely sometimes even places I've played before, but like I'll go to a place and I'm like, I don't know what the vibe's gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna like me, kind of thing. And you can never really tell sometimes until like, it just takes that one person to kind of give you just a little bit of acknowledgement per se. And you kind of be like, all right, cool, we're doing all right.
You are kinda, looking for the one.
Yeah, you just
like
kind of
at least the one person to talk to.
Exactly. You kind of shake it off. And then what makes it even better is when you have some nights and you have people that are like, it might look rambunctious. Is that the word? Yeah, I don't know. Rambunctious, obnoxious to other people if you have people like crowded around like in your thing, because that's happened to me. But it makes it fun. Like it makes it, people are interacting with you. They like what you're doing, and it just calms all nerves. You kind of get more free. You're like, people ask you to play a song. You're like, I don't know how to play that. We'll try it. Why not?
And you got there in like 2 years. I'm just making that like the bookends here. But when I first kind of saw you pop up into this scene, it was less than 3 years ago you were at something I was at or noticing, and you figured all that out. That took me about 2 or 3 decades, but that's okay. That's pretty dope, like being able to just see the person that you need and folks coming up around going, hey, this is a vibe. I feel good.
Yeah,
There's
for
nothing
sure.
wrong. Is this okay? There's nothing wrong with this. I can feel good. And AJ's doing the thing. Do you like AJ? Do you like Alexis Jackson?
Either or. I tell people, hey, my name's AJ, but then I say all my friends. Oh no, I say my name's Alexis Jackson. All my friends call me AJ.
But when he's saying Alexis, I'm like, are you talking to Alexa like Amazon? Like, like that's messing
I'm
with
country.
me a
That's
lot.
just my accent.
That's so funny.
Alexa, where's my?
No, don't do that. Now everybody's device is on.
Yeah, they're gonna be watching this, and the device is gonna be like, okay.
She doesn't offer those services.
No.
If you want a vibe, AJ.
I got you. But either or is fine. Like I tell people AJ because it's 2 letters. I feel like it's pretty easy to remember.
It also kind of gives you like that. Like girl next door, kind of like, I want to know more. You're the person in my neighborhood, and I want to.
Jayne, what about you? The anxiety or fear or angst? How do you push through that on stage? How do you get through that?
The funniest thing is I'm an opposite person. I experienced so much anxiety in my life. Like I'm like shaking right now under the table because I'm like, I can't talk to people. But then when it comes to playing music, it just completely shuts down. The world kind of melts away, and I just am in that moment playing my music, and I feel everything that the song feels, at the time. What am I supposed to be feeling right now? What is this trying to inhibit? And sometimes it involves getting into your sadness and getting into your anger, but it's not like the same as when you first experienced it. You know what I mean? I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've accidentally cried on a performance and stuff like that, but I feel like people really connect to that because they know I'm just a person. Everybody's just a person, and we're doing this because it's out of the passion and the love for the project. So my anxiety, it stops when I hit the stage because that's when I'm allowed to just have that moment to do exactly what I came there for, and that's just be myself and play my music and be super, utterly, completely human.
Okay.
So
Ingrid, hand me that guitar back over there.
Quiet's the noise. I know. I'm ready to like show us how. So it gets.
I'm neurodivergent, okay? Like, I think that has something to do with it too.
This whole episode is brought to you by neurodivergence, if you didn't know that. And also thank you everyone for listening and spending time with us. But that was really dynamic. I loved hearing that.
Thank you.
And no, it's definitely not low. Like I cried on my way here. Is something amazing gonna happen? I don't know.
Pushes you through. That's where your strength comes from.
Yeah.
No, I'm just looking out. I'm looking out to our others going, like, I know you did it. Yeah. There is days when, and like we were talking before the show, just there's days when other artists do put their faces in your world and you're like, I couldn't have asked for something more comforting, or I couldn't have designed another scenario. Well, Tim could, because every time I talk to him, there's just fireworks. He's like, hey, do you like, my brain just goes, yeah, we like that. How does that happen?
We'll figure it
And
out.
yeah, we're going to do it.
I'll build a plane in the air if you let me. So.
I don't know who does that. Someone does it, but we're going to do it.
For sure. This episode is made possible from neighbors like you and support from the Maitland Conservatory, one of the top 3 rated music schools in Huntsville, Alabama. This gym for creatives teaches both traditional and non-traditional music programs, music tech, multimedia, classes available for all ages and levels of experience. More information at themaitlandconservatory.org. And Tangled String Studios at tangledstringsstudios.com, a custom acoustic guitar shop, premier concert venue in Huntsville, Alabama. The venue at Tangled String Studios offers an intimate and acoustically pleasing concert experience. Capacity is 120 seats. Yeah. We are here at Mic Check Huntsville, Volume 2. You guys can check out the first edition on the Tennessee Valley Live Music Review YouTube page where you're watching this at as well. And AJ, where does your songs come from, or your style, or your sound? If you had to describe that, where does that come from?
Oh, I really like this question.
Let's go.
So, like, I really, really get inspiration from every genre. Like, I listen to everything. So, like, I can get in the truck right now, and I don't know, Bad Bunny might pop up, or a J Balvin. I like a little bit of Latino, Hispanic music. I listen to music in like all their languages as well. But a lot of it, when I craft my things, is I pull specific inspirations from certain artists that I really like. A big, huge fan of Maroon 5. Love Adam Levine. If he sees this, let me hop on this. Let me hop on the track. I love that band.
Ingrid, Alan. Okay. Call him.
Just call him.
Is that your dream collab?
Honestly, yeah. I love that. If people were like,
AL,
I love them, and I could sing their whole discography. I could do like a ballad or melody or mashup. That's the word.
We'll turn this into a trivia show. Be careful.
Somebody get the guitar. But yeah, like I listened to them a lot. Growing up. I still do listen to them, but I get a lot of inspiration from those guys. I like Nickelback. People like to hate on Nickelback, but they're great. Same thing with Creed. I like Creed too. People like to hate on them, but those. Great. You're probably like, oh my gosh.
You're allowed to listen to music, folks.
Yeah, you are. But they
Just over here throwing bombs.
So I like
Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback. Creed. I like a lot of like a lot of country music too. A lot of old classic rock as well. Like Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith. I'm gonna throw like a wild card in there. Y'all ever heard of Danzig? Okay.
We have now.
Actually,
Okay, yeah. They're a like a rock group. I like their stuff. I like EDM music, and it's just like I'll take inspirations and pieces of everything to kind of create my own unique sound. But for me, I guess I try to line it up with like a soul rock R&B country vibe would be kind of how I like to do my own thing and how I want to project and like how I try to bring that sound to other songs and other genres.
Is there any albums, like early albums of that kind of core genre for you? Like a couple names that you kind of thought, I could do that, or I feel one with you.
Songs about Jayne, Maroon 5. I try to market myself this way. Somebody asks like, what do we expect out of like a performance for you? I kind of say, well, there's something for everybody. And like my favorite thing to do is I'll walk in a room and I'll like look at the crowd. I'll assess who's in here, and I'm like, they might like this, they might like that, and I just kind of will strategically scroll on my iPad, pick a song out. I'm like, oh, they might like that, and then I just kind of play off of what's in the crowd. And like I don't really want to say I sound like anybody. I just kind of say, oh, this, come to the AJ show.
But you're seeing people that look like they watch Friends, so you would be like, I can pull from kind of that decade.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Or
yeah,
you'll see somebody who's like, or a wedding, or the different things that you're called to. You kind of are live going, I do have a lot to offer, but I really want to kind of dial it in for what makes this good for the people that are here.
Yeah,
I think, isn't that the whole thing, really?
I think that's what's fun about playing in like the bar scene sometimes, because I can really kind of dial into that. Oh, this is the something for everybody show. If you want to hear it, I could probably play it. And now some people will name some crazy songs. I'm like, girl, sir, I ain't never heard that song a day in my life, but I could probably say something. My normal caveat's like, but I can't play that, but I can probably play this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know that song. So like, there's something for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they want. That's what they ask for.
And I think what would be cool if you haven't done it already before, one thing I would like to hear or listen to is just when you get time, you maybe make a playlist of just the music that you listen to that doesn't have to have any rhyme reason to it. It's just what you listen to. It's not that this is who I sound like or this is who I'm inspired by. No, this is what I listen to when I'm, in the car, or when I'm cleaning up, or when I'm having a great day, or when I'm really feeling
road
myself.
Trip. Yeah. Or, I want to know your road trip playlist.
Yeah. For sure. That's
who
what I would personally want. So you need
I need that playlist.
So I made that playlist because people on Twitch were like, you like a lot of weird songs. And I was like, well, do you want to know exactly what weird songs I like?
Exactly. I want to know all
I think this playlist
Shall we go deeper?
This playlist is like, I think the title is songs that make me want to make music or something like that. And it goes all the way from like Earth, Wind and Fire to Father John Misty to Sarah Bareilles to
So where can I get that? Like road trip
I can send it to you. It's on Spotify. Okay. I don't know if we're talking about Spotify right now.
Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the group chat, because we definitely need that. And the reason I asked, I got the same reaction. I did and I'm trying to remember the artist's name, but there was a art show at Low Mill. And they picked me and a few other folks to make a playlist of these different art, exhibits and exhibitions. So the corner of the art place that I had, it was my playlist, the T-Mill playlist. And no one had any idea that I picked any of those songs. They were like, this is your playlist? I'm like, yeah, you listen to that? I'm like, yeah, I listen to that. I listen to some pretty, some stuff that you may hear on the radio, but I listen to some other stuff that you may not have ever heard of. Yeah. So, people, we're more than what people think, we are. And we listen to more than what people assume, we listen to. But it's also unique amongst peers and friends to be able to find those songs and discover music, because you'll name some songs that I've never heard of, and I'll name some that you haven't heard of, and it's just again exchanging music like trading cards, and you just find a good connection with that as well. So for you, Jayne, as well, same question. Where does some of your inspiration or just some of your sound, not even inspiration, but just your sound come from? Your stories of your songs and your playing style, what makes up Jayne of Jayne and the Huntsman?
Yeah, I mean, so like I have a lot of different inspirations. I think the reason why I write though is sort of like the same aspect of if somebody was supposed to go like journal before they go to bed or something like that. It's the same thing for me. It's like, I need to get this off my chest. Sometimes it's not even about me. Sometimes it's about a conversation I overheard in a cafe, or somebody that I know that went through something awful, and trying to like place how this could happen in the world, and just feelings. But I really I think the first time I really just felt inspired by an artist was when I heard Sarah Bareilles for the first time.
Right.
Her album that came out, her first album that came out, I listened to every song on a loop and just loved it. So like, I think the foundational artists before I really started becoming a musician myself were Sarah Bareilles, the Eagles, Corinne Bailey Rae.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
I love
I love her.
I also remember every time that you like listen to someone, like their whole like 9 to 12 songs in a row, like in the order they made them.
Yeah.
And went
I know.
with
Oh,
them.
I'm such a
Like-
big fan of like seeing the progression of an album.
7-course meal.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Like, why did you put that one there? Like, how can I do that also?
No, it feels so purposeful, and that's what I try to
Yeah.
do when I'm making music too, because that's what I grew up
They
with.
put a lot into that. We
Yeah.
put a lot into. We care a lot about what order we
Yeah.
get to you in, because there has to
Yeah.
be things have to happen before we get to
Yeah.
that day.
Absolutely. But I guess if I'm trying to tell somebody what it's like to come see me, it's like, okay, imagine if someone who had the energy of Hayley Williams was super inspired by like Tom Petty
Oh, yeah.
and then got a crew of like all the coolest people to back her up. You know what I mean?
And
So
have
like,
a good time.
I know, yeah. I feel like my guys are the safest people to just have the world unfold in front of us and hold each other through it. So
And be confident. You know, I think when I see you, I see confidence.
yeah,
You know,
which is so weird because that's not the way I perceive myself. But I love that you say that.
it's every time.
What if
So
confidence is something different? What if it's not like how people would see you, that you would think, oh, I'm being seen with people who think I'm confident. But what if it was just like, I like this. Like I chose what to order today.
yeah,
You know, like I picked the salad that I liked. What if you're confident and you're just like, that's what I like, and I asked for that. And then
Yeah.
everything else was just maybe that plays in somewhere in the script, but the
I
actual
think it's confidence in the sense of unapologetic.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
it's this is what I am. This is what I'm doing. This is where I
that's
am.
what I mean.
Take it or leave it. You walked in here.
Yeah.
You know, so the same door you came in is the same door you can walk. You know, and that's what I
Yeah.
see when I see you on stage. Is it's confident. It's not second guessing. It's not.
Yeah.
I wonder if people are gonna like. Now again, you may be kicking and screaming inside. And, I know that, you know, the house is burning down, but.
Also, I feel like I have this great need to try to impress everybody, but I know that's impossible. So it's
Just
like,
be yourself.
this is just what I have to offer. If you don't like it, I can't change that. Everybody has their own preferences when it comes to music. I personally have one artist I'm thinking of that I really don't like, but I can admit he's a very talented artist. He's got so much to offer, and his fan base is so loyal, and like, you know, like he's famous for a reason. But so I expect the same kind of thing with my music, is like, not everybody's gonna like what I have to say. That's okay. Like,
And they're not supposed to, you
Yeah.
know, that
Yeah,
because
for sure.
again, if what's the
Yeah, that's
saying? If
not
every day
good.
was a sunny day, then what's a sunny day?
Yeah.
So
that's
there
not
has,
good.
but you have to find the people that,
No.
or you owe it to yourself to find the
Yeah.
people that like your music, that
Absolutely.
like your style and your personality, your perspective on things, what you have to say, and you don't bend or twist on how you feel because they feel that same way and they want to feel confident that, hey, she feels the same way I feel. And finally, somebody said it out loud.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how to say this. Somebody expressed it on a song and they don't, you know, they don't have to feel like they're wavering one way or the other.
Yes.
So you give people that confidence in knowing that this is when you come to me, this is what you're going to get. You know what to get elsewhere, but you know what you're going to get when you come here. And it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
absolutely.
And support from Ear Vision Studios. Their goal is to create audio and visual experiences that not only look great and sound great, but also deliver real value to your audience. Let Ear Vision Studios bring your vision to life with sight and sound today at earvisionstudios.solutions.
So, like, I know both of you, and I will say, first of all, I did not spend my first 2 years booking Huntsville and then extended areas. that didn't occur to me until just a little bit after, like a decade later, maybe, that we should go out and see other people that might like what I sing. Mm-hmm. But both of you two also are fairly new to the Huntsville circuit, as in like the last several years, 2-3 years even, that you found your space and like downtown hosted you and welcomed you. Women's Music Huntsville hosted you and welcomed you. You made a lot of friendships and relationships, and then you decided to keep going and go, what else is out there? And I've seen both of you guys just go out on the road, like actually tours and going to other cities and coming back and being like, also, I am from here, and continue to do that.
Yeah.
But there's some spaces here that you really like, and there's some spaces you have your eye on that you'd be like, call me, ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to start this one?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So yeah, like that, I guess getting to play like out and about is really fun. I enjoy, you know, like some people are like, oh, you know, it can be frustrating at times when you send emails and people don't get back to you. But I think that's kind of the fun part of the process. You know, it's like, oh, you're going to take a shot on me. Like, and when they do and you go and they really like what you put out, it's the most fulfilling work ever. Like, you just feel so fulfilled and satisfied. You're like, dang.
Satisfying.
Yeah. It's like, and you're just like, I always have like a just immense gratitude. I'm like, first I'm like, thank you, Jesus, for letting these people respond to my email. And then I'm like, thank you to the venue for like just letting me come in here with open arms.
And then it's a fit.
Yeah.
The people that are there, the hosts, and then yourself.
Exactly. If they like what I do and it just all kind of meshes together cohesively. I know, and to kind of, I guess, answer the other part of your question about like a venue we'd like to get into. I know around here specifically for me, I'd like to do something at like St. Stephen's. I think it'd be cool. Just kind of like a solo thing would be really fun.
Okay, yeah, you're up, AJ at St. Stephen's. You're up.
Hey,
you're up.
Y'all give me a call. I'm ready. We'll call it the Something for Everybody show. Literally, let's coin that. That or like do something at like Tangled Strings. Like I know earlier you were talking about like a ticketed show. I'd love to get to experience that just like one time or something, because I feel like it's a different kind of feeling. Like you're like, oh my god, people paid to come see me. They didn't come in here for free. Like that would be really cool to do. Trying to think.
Okay, so that's next. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We gotta
what
make
about, have you done festivals? Or have you done, when you tour, like where do you normally play?
I haven't played. I did like Panoply last year, which was really fun. I know I really look up to Wanda. She's played the Roo.
Outstanding.
I'm trying to get like her. Like that is so cool to me. Like getting to play Bonnaroo, that's like huge. Like that's really cool. Who else? Again, Lamont. I mentioned Lamont. Yeah, I actually was over in Florence, Alabama, Friday for Handy Week, and I know he was. I think he was doing something. Today's the 20th, right? Yeah, today or yesterday he was playing.
Yeah, we have the whole week. If you are when you're seeing this, it's too late. But yeah, this whole week is.
Yep.
We can go to Handy Fest. Each of us can go, and you can walk right up to your favorite person.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Did you get to see Billy Allen and the Follies?
No, I didn't.
I love that. Was so.
They're also really really good. Like they put on a good show. I saw part of their. I think it was their Panoply set in 2023, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're getting down! This is awesome!" But
the whole show of it,
yeah,
like that, it's a whole show.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, like they're really getting after it, and I'm like, I just love that dedication, that drive, and that just I don't know, they got it going on.
Yeah,
love
they
that.
got Burb.
And for the folks that don't answer that email, you got to pull up on them. You know, some folks, some emails, they don't make it. And, you know, a lot of folks, you got to just pull up on them and knock on the door. Hey.
Tim said drive up to the note.
Make a one sheet.
Sure.
If y'all don't have a one sheet, make a one sheet. That is the thing that like you go in person, you hand them this piece of paper,
handshake,
and make
a lot of times they'll pull out their calendar, they'll be ready,
right?
That's true.
Because again, a lot of folks, it's just their
in.
form of communication. Some folks are better communicating in person. Some folks are better communicating via email.
Yeah. That's
Some
the
folks are better
whole
on the
thing.
phone. But if you cover every single one of those and then you don't get an answer, that's one thing. But, if you don't get the emails, it's like, all right, let me call you or let me get you on the phone or I need a note of my face or over the phone.
Yeah.
It does make it hard with that though. Like when you want to do like out of town with like, we were talking about like Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Anybody from Chattanooga sees me or Nashville trying to come to Tennessee, holler at me. That's my own self plug there. But yeah, it makes it hard to go do face to face because those places are a little bit different. And then I think it's beautiful, and it's a very cool like experience trying to learn the different cities because you don't know what the music
Every
scene
region is different.
Yeah,
it's so true.
You don't know what you're finna get. Like even from my hometown, like back in like I said, I'm from Beauregard, but Auburn, for the people that don't know where Beauregard's at, I get to play in the Auburn area, and we got a little music scene there. It's different than what's up here and other places.
For
it's
sure.
really cool.
It's I love that you say that actually, because I have like almost a vision of how each different city I've played in has operated, like the competitive professionalism of Nashville, the like laid back community of Florence. Like there's everywhere you go is different. Oh, one of the most artsy places that I've played was Louisville in Kentucky.
Okay.
They're so just artsy is the best word I can use.
Are they welcoming?
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Yeah,
that.
I played a house show.
And
We gave them our allergy information, and they did a potluck where we could eat everything there. It was like I did 4 different tours with my best friend Kat Campbell last year, and we went to all these different cities, and it was so interesting to like just be part of each little spot.
I know that when I get off an airplane in a foreign city, the first thing I ask them is like, what's appropriate here?
Yeah.
I just want to know kind of like what are the rules, like what's accepted.
Yeah.
You won't be smoking cigarettes in LA because of the smog, and people will give you little looks. Meanwhile, certain airports you get off and other things are legal, like not in Alabama.
Yeah.
Actually, when I land in Nashville, I'm just like, so it's just like sinus meds and like a whole lot of like cold meds like for hacking, because when we land in the South, the temperature and the air and the humidity is so different.
Yeah.
And in LA, we have a smog problem. But every place has kind of their own little cultural acceptance.
Really,
spots.
truly,
So
yes.
you have to. And you do show up as yourself. You wear what you wear. You look how you look. But you do check in with the people and go, what is acceptable? How do you guys like it here? Because it matters so much. I mean, we could walk up into a place where it's just cats. Be like,
What is with the cats? Like, what?
She just really likes cats. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
I feel like there's a cat lady like festival that's coming up at some point.
I'm just fully expecting
I mean, just
at the
like,
end of the podcast, she's going to sing Memory from Cats.
So where's Judy? Where's the camera? Judy, we need a Porch Fest cat backyard.
Cat backyard.
I feel like they
cat
teach
stage.
us and they have all the rules.
But we can pull in a local shelter, and
Come on,
this
Judy,
is really
let's make it
the
happen.
brainchild.
Here we go.
Project.
We're gonna get your cat stage.
I'm gonna have cats.
that's so
Come
funny.
on. So, Jayne, same question with you on as Ingrid was asking about, venues that, favorite places to play and, places that you want to play and things like that, and just kind of what brings you to that stage of, preparing and things like that.
Yeah. So I guess like my perfect situation pre-gig would be eat whatever my hyperfixation meal is at the time before I go over, which currently it's like a fried egg with feta cheese and tahini.
Come on.
So good.
Sounds good.
I'll make it for you sometime.
Girl, I love eggs. Me and eggs go together.
But so eat my favorite food at the current moment. Play with my dog. I love to cuddle him, and he's like my same level of energy. So I feel like that's the perfect way to start a day.
Have you wrote a song about him yet?
I have, but I haven't like recorded it or anything.
It's coming.
Like that. It's coming. I'm like working on my next.
Sorry, Jayne's dog. All of the songs are about you.
They actually
so
all
you
are.
know.
I do parodies of him
She
too.
only loves you.
Yeah, he's my like soul dog.
But some venues are just like so great.
Yeah. Okay. So,
So great.
my home bar in Huntsville is Green Bus. I hang out at Green Bus to go see other people. I play at Green Bus. Like it's the place that I love to be. It's my cheers, if you will.
Come on. Yeah.
But I love a lot of the venues around here. I've really liked the only smoking bar I will still play is Sports Page in South Huntsville. Like they've been so kind to me there. I remember there was an altercation one time with an audience member who was being very inappropriate, and he got banned from the bar, like on site, like which was it's nice to know that a venue kind of like has your back and like they're not going to be like, well, what were you wearing? Like what?
That they
like,
see you.
yeah, like they value you.
And they saw that before you came. Like
Yeah.
they saw it to look for that.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
you came, they thought it through
Absolutely.
and followed through.
They do.
That's really
yeah.
nice.
I love them. I've gotten a really good vibe from St. Stephen's. I love the Sober
Yeah.
Sunday thing that they're doing too. Like
Yeah.
as somebody who's recent with sobriety and like exploring that world, I like that they're kind of putting a place for music outside of the usual bar gig, you know, like
That he's been in that background for a long time
Yeah.
and has thought through like what would I like, how would I want it,
Yeah.
and talks like treats the artists like this is your actual business and we're here to create that environment for you.
yes,
Evan
yes.
and John.
Yeah,
doing
John
a
is
great
so
job.
sweet too.
Absolutely.
Like the attention to detail is there with every show I've played.
They're
there.
just really sweet
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And they are moving. They have a bigger
Yes, they're moving to the old tip top.
space. So
right.
we're gonna
Where's
see
that
all
at?
about that coming.
Like near Mad Malts, right? Is that where the
Yeah.
new spot
Yep,
is?
around the corner.
Okay. Yeah.
Walking.
My dream though is I would like to specifically do an MTV Unplugged style set at Tangled String.
Yeah.
I also I own one of Danny Davis's guitars, so I
Come on.
feel like
Yeah.
it's there, you know. It's like
At Tangled Strings.
at Tangled String, playing my Danny Davis guitar, like having a ticketed event, which we were talking about earlier, is something
Yeah.
like I'm so intimidated by is the ticketed events. Like, are people actually gonna show up, and how do I make sure they show up, and how do I make sure that the event feels very intentional and purposeful, and it's a night that people will walk away from and feel changed by, you know. So like I think I could learn a lot from you guys on that, of like how to set that up and
Same.
how to make it happen
Same.
and how to make it magic.
For sure. Well, you also, you have a pool of neighbors, artists, fans, peers that you can learn from and pull from, but also, bet on yourself,
Yeah.
and it's almost a responsibility to give your fans a ticketed show.
Yeah.
Something where it's a little bit different than your open mic. It's a little bit different than, some of your other gigs that they may see you at. And this is an experience. So this is it's a trip, it's an intimate setting. Tangled Strings is a listening room. It's a connection, and it's you and them. It's a conversation. It's a one-on-one. It's not a show. It's a one-on-one conversation with that fan, and they can get a little more. It's a different engagement, So it's almost like, hey, I appreciate y'all so much. You're giving them the opportunity to engage you a little bit closer than they're in this sea of people that they're just a number, to whereas when they're buying a ticketed show, they're not a number, they're a part of it.
Yeah.
And
So
then you're
they're
checking
invested
in, like
it.
I'm checking with you, or like Allie Johnson, Artemis Music Productions, that the first person after I messaged you, the first,
Sure.
can we do a thing? And you went, well, you would do it. And then I talked to Allie Johnson, and it was immediately like, so I know that you do a lot and have been doing, and I haven't started my thing. What's the next step that I would take? Or in our case, I asked her, what's the smallest step? Like, what's the tiniest thing to start this thing?
Yeah.
But there are those people that exist that care, and like literally their whole life purpose that they're doing here, why they live here and what they're doing here is, I didn't know one thing and then I did know one thing. And now I'm here telling you the thing that I know. And you're going to be that person. You're going to be that person where there's people coming up going, what's the right fit for me though?
Absolutely.
Like what's the actual best? What's the best place for me? And how do they do things there? And if you can't show up as your exact perfect person, like the person that you are, your whole person, there isn't really any point in that. But a big point of it is when you do connect with those other people and you're just kind of like, you've been here this whole time. At some point I showed up and I'm so grateful that you've worked these things out, but can you also tell me how?
Yes.
And if someone gives you literally 3 minutes, you're like, thank you so much. I now know one thing more.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow I might add something to that. Next week I might add something to that. Also, who's your hair and makeup? Like, where did you get your eyes done?
Yeah, like how can you add to the conversation?
What makes you feel the most like yourself?
Yeah.
When you show up to the thing.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But we have some really magnetic venues here, and we are very, very lucky and blessed to know. We know that, our Artemis is our backbone. We know that Danny's been there doing the tangled string things before. We graduated from wherever, and we just have to be grateful for that. But then we also have to remember, but you bring something that wasn't here. There's something that you have, and there's something you have. Just us talking, just behind the scenes, it's literally always like, what kind of water? What type of mic stand, like those kind of things. But
it's a lot of attention to detail, and in going back to
you didn't know yesterday and the things that you know today.
Yeah, absolutely. You learn something new every day. And going back to booking your own shows or booking those shows at those festivals or Tangled Strings or Tip Top or St. Stephen's Music Hall. In doing that, put yourself in the shoe of a fan.
Yeah.
You're at home. You see that this artist is doing a show. You make it in your mind, okay, I can buy that ticket now or I can buy that ticket in 2 paychecks, but you're making a conscious effort to, I'm going to buy that ticket to go see that artist.
Yeah.
What am I going to wear to go see that artist?
Yeah.
Does the venue serve food or am I going to have to go out to eat? I'm going to go out to eat. I'm going to take somebody with me. That's an opportunity to go out with a friend or by yourself. And it becomes a whole thing of going to see that artist. And then you get there after you've put on your outfit, you bought your ticket, you're coming with whoever, you're excited, you get in the venue, it's electrifying, it's welcoming, and now that artist comes on stage, the lights come on, and that show starts, and then you walk away from that night knowing that I had a chance to, you feel right about buying that ticket.
Yeah.
You feel good about the money you spent, and you're like, I can do this. I can go to see any other artists, my favorite mainstream artists or whoever, but I can also go see my neighbors. I can also go see some of the folks that I've been watching on Twitch, and they give just as good, if not better, of a show. And I feel like they see me and I'm not just a number, So give them that opportunity, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah, just,
I feel really encouraged by what you said.
Absolutely.
We kind of needed today. Just a reminder of like we do love what we do, but you do need to remember some days it's like being pulled back on the stage. What am I here for? Like, what am I here to do?
You got to remind yourself, you do this. I'm an artist. Put Post-it notes on your mirror. Yeah. Maybe not as much as I have, but put reminders up there of who you are and what you do and walk in there because you do it. So the more you deny yourself of it, it's almost like second guessing yourself. But you are an artist. You are a musician. You make people feel good. You have a power. You can make people cry. You can make people laugh. You can make people think things over or reconsider. You can make people want to forgive someone, or you can make people say, you know what, I'm never going to forgive this person for that. Like you have that power to invoke those emotions from people. So if you know that you can do that, why not feel confident in doing that and just do it? It's do it or don't.
Yeah.
So We want to thank, again, Jayne of Jayne and the Huntsman, and AJ, a.k.a. Alexis Jackson, for joining us, as well as Ingrid Marie. I want y'all to give your socials, where folks can get in contact with you, where folks can book you, and where folks can check out your upcoming music and music videos. I know you got a music video on the way as well. So we'll start, if you'll, Jayne, if you want to start with your socials and anything coming up that you want to let people know about, and how can people contact you?
Absolutely. So I feel like the best way to reach out for me if you have a business inquiry is thejayneHuntsman@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram, Jayne Huntsman / Jayne and the Huntsman, depending solo or band. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitch.
Your Twitch is fire.
I love Twitch. But also, I'm really excited. I'm going to be working with Connor White soon to put one of my songs into a visual. We're making a music video, and that should be out this fall. And it's going to come out, and then I'm going to do a small tour to promo myself. And so I think it's probably going to be titled after the song and the music video, which is Wandering Heart. So I'm really excited about that. And if you want to be part of the tour, if you'd like to host me in your house, if you're watching this from afar, I'm looking for house venues to host me right now. So make sure you reach out to that email account. It's,
okay, don't sleep on that.
Yeah. The Jayne Huntsman, JYNE, @gmail.com.
The Jayne, JAYNE, Huntsman
At gmail.com.
Gmail. And on most of the socials.
On all social, yeah.
Outstanding. AJ, what's coming up next for you? Where can people see you and book you and get in contact with you?
All right. So I'm going to list y'all my socials. So you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram DMs are always open, but my Instagram is @Alexis T. Jackson. That is ALEXIST Jackson, like Michael Jackson. Y'all know how to spell that. And then you can find my TikTok is the same thing, @Alexis T. Jackson. My Facebook is Who's AJ. Go follow that, like the page. And then if you have any business inquiry, wow, I can't say the word. Y'all know what I'm getting at though. You can email me at alexisjackson1030 @gmail.com. And yeah. I'm looking forward to setting up some more shows for the fall.
At St. Stephen's.
Yeah, hopefully at St. Stephen's.
Etc.
Yeah, etc.
A little something for everybody.
A little something for everybody.
Alexis, ALEXIS, Jackson, like Jackson, @gmail.com for bookings. And then Alexis T. Alexis T. Jackson on the socials. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. And looking forward to setting up some stuff for the fall. Hopefully we'll make our way to Tennessee. Maybe open up for some people. I don't know.
You will. You will go to Tennessee.
Like, we know Tennessee,
There you
now,
go.
folks.
Yeah.
Words
Tennessee
are
folks.
powerful. For sure.
Yeah,
These folks
we
be like, okay.
we will make our way to Tennessee
They
this
have a
fall.
breeze.
So,
They
yeah.
have like a little more mountainous. They got the like icy rivers and a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
So we could probably get up there,
Yeah.
you know, before October.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
And all these breweries around here, the wine breweries, the beer breweries, you better get a whiskey or beer or something. Alexis T. Jackson. That's just,
Yeah.
that's,
Let's
I don't
see
know.
a t-shirt.
A
I'm
wine,
seeing the t-shirts, okay?
I don't know. Anybody?
If you were a drink, what drink would you be?
Oh gosh, if I were a drink, I'd probably be a. It's kind of a manly drink, but something with sweet vermouth in it. I don't know. Y'all, I know I've had Manhattan,
yeah.
like a Manhattan, something like that. So.
An Alexis T. Jackson sweet vermouth.
Now, for you, what's the Jayne? What's the Jayne?
In my drinking days, it was always a whiskey sour. But now I'd like to say like a lime and tonic.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Come on, we do mocktails too. Listen
like-
to your neighbors.
Summery and fresh.
Absolutely.
It's nice. That's nice.
Well, thank y'all for your conversation. Thank you for
Yeah.
your time. Thank you for your perspective, your thoughts, your memories, and sharing your time with us today here at the Maitland Conservatory Listening Room. Ingrid, again, thank you for bringing us all together, being the pilot of this Mic Check Huntsville Volume 2. And big shout out to the Tennessee Valley Live Music Review, where you are watching this. And big shout out to Sanderson Sounds on our mics and our sounds and the hearing in your ears right now. Big shout out to Tangled Strings Studios, Artemis Music Productions, Ear Vision Studios, Paradox East, and to our neighbors, to you watching this. More importantly, everyone that's watching, listening to this, sharing this, and we'll see y'all on the next episode of Mic Check Huntsville.
That's right. Thank y'all for joining us. Please come back.
See you.
Please have us back. Nathan, don't fire us.
And thank you to Tennessee Valley Live Music Review on YouTube. We also want to thank Sanderson Sounds, Ear Vision Studios, and Paradox East